You've just entered Philburts Forum, where we peel the onion back and take a lighter look at the workplace. We have some images, so for those driving in your car, we'll kind of explain it a little bit. Actually, you know what, Phil? I'll let you explain this one because
All right, yeah. So on this one we have, it looks like a little poor boy who's holding a bucket, and the caption says "Cybersecurity budget before a breach," and he's holding like an empty bucket, like he's a panhandler, asking for money. And I can relate to that because we don't want to spend a lot of money on this type of stuff when we don't think we're at risk. And then the caption under it and photo under it is society. It's Huel. If you recognize Huel from Breaking Bad, his real name is Lavell Crawford. He's a professional comedian. I only know this, Nick, and you may not know this, but Lavell Crawford, the guy in that picture that you picked, believe it or not, he and I went to high school together.
I had no idea.
And we actually played sports together and things like that. Today he's a professional comedian, so that's a clever pick, and I know that wasn't done on purpose. But
well, Phil, and I believe you guys probably played different positions.
Yeah, I was a much smaller guy than Lavell was, but a really good person, and enjoyed spending time in and around the locker room and on and off the field with Lavell, who has had a great, successful career. But anyway, his caption is "Cybersecurity budget after a breach," and he's living a large life at that point. So that's probably how things work. I see that in HR work that way all the time. We don't fund something, then we get ourselves in trouble. And Justin would tell you that, sometimes we've taken a less affordable way forward, and it creates a bigger cost for us later. And then the other one here, as you can see, or if you're driving in your car, it says "You can't be too safe." And it's two dogs, and they're working on a computer, and one of the dogs is burying their bone in the cloud. So that might be going a little bit too far, but I really like the third one that you had picked out, Nick. And this is going to get us right into Gary. So if you look at this picture, it's a picture of an elderly man, and it says, "Working in cybersecurity is not stressful at all." And the picture is quoted to be Peter, and he's 31 years old. And obviously, Peter is older than 31. But Gary, by the looks of things, and welcome to the program, if Peter's 31, I'm going to say you're probably 12 by looking at this with your nice young face.
Thank you once again for tuning in to This Week at Work. If you enjoy the show, please share it with your colleagues. Forward our invites. Share the link, aimea.org/This Week at Work, or follow or subscribe wherever you get your news and entertainment, like LinkedIn, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere you are. And you can be part of the show. Send your questions and comments anytime to info@thisweek.work. We'll see you next week, 7:30 a.m. Central Time, when we discuss what's happening this week at work.